here actually is a very serious issue. We just found out that they're bringing a bill to the floor which has already passed the Senate. And again, we were supposed to be leaving yesterday, and I didn't anticipate any other bills coming to the floor like this. But this is probably the worst piece of legislation that we're taking up all year. Now, granted, we got rid of bail in this state of New York. Now we are giving free college tuition to illegal immigrants. We passed a driver's license bill the other day. A lot of bad bills have come through under one-party rule, but this is absolutely the worst because it will compromise the integrity of our elections. And this is serious. This is not, me trying to fear-monger, as I know some will comment and say. This is really going to compromise the integrity of elections. As you know, the other day, we passed a bill. Of course, we voted against it, but it did become law. It's a bill that would provide driver's licenses to illegal immigrants, those who are in our country unlawfully. Now, during that debate, and some of you may have watched it, I spoke specifically about what would happen if we enacted automatic voter registration in this state. The House of Representatives passed a bill recently, which is not going to go anywhere. But in New York State now, today it seems, they're going to pass an automatic voter registration bill, and it will become law. And the problem with this bill is that it blatantly says those who apply for a driver's licenses, regardless of where they're from, they apply for a driver's license regardless of what foreign documentation they may be using to get that driver's license. They are going to be automatically registered to vote, and it puts the burden on the individual to opt out. Puts the burden on the individual to opt out if they are not eligible. Then what happens? There's even other things in here that says the warning statement that you give to non-citizens to decline to apply to register to vote, that warning that you will be in trouble, that it is against the law, and that you will face penalties, is actually not even included in the language of this bill. We questioned it. They're saying that they're going to do a chapter amendment after this already becomes law to put that in there. So that's number two. And number three, the bill specifically says when a person who is ineligible to vote fails to decline to register to vote and did not willfully and knowingly seek to register to vote, knowing that he or she is not eligible to do so, they will not be guilty of a crime, and such act may not be considered as evidence of claim of citizenship. It also says when a person who is ineligible to vote fails to decline to register to vote and then votes. So now not only did they not opt out, they're registered now, and then they go vote or attempt to vote, and who did not willfully or knowingly seek to register to vote, knowing that he or she is not eligible to do so, and did not subsequently vote or attempt to vote, knowing that he or she is not eligible to do so, will not be guilty of a crime, and such act may not be considered as evidence of claim of citizenship. So there you have it. This is the New York State Voter Fraud Act. It's blatant. It's not even like they're trying to sneak something behind us. They're putting it all there for all of you to read. It's Assembly Bill 8280 by Assembly Member Walker and Senator Mike Gianaris. And Colin's going to tell you the real kicker here on how ridiculous the language in this bill is.
Thanks, Nicole. Our election integrity is under assault today in Albany. What should have been an off day, they've extended our session to specifically ram this through. It's really unacceptable. The New York Voter Fraud Act will be brought up for a vote really any minute now at this point. The Senate has already jammed it through last night. And to build off what Nicole said, you'll be required to opt out. And anybody who goes and has a government form, any interaction with a government agency, will be required to affirmatively check a box and opt out. If they do not do so, they will automatically be registered to vote. In the next section of this bill states a warning to non-U.S. citizens about what they should do or not should do. That wording explicitly states that they should not check that box. So the bill is telling non-citizens to not check the box that would invalidate their application. So it means they would automatically be registered to vote. The This is unacceptable. We cannot allow this to happen. I urge everyone to share the video, to contact their assembly members, to contact the governor's office, and hold the state senators who voted for this accountable. We cannot allow this to go through, regardless of your party, regardless of what part of the state you're from. This is unacceptable and, in my opinion, unconstitutional.
Yes, and if it does become law, it will go to court. We will make sure that it gets challenged. But please share this video today. Let everyone know what's going on at the state capitol when we should be fighting for you, the citizens. This is what they're doing. Attempt to undermine your vote and our elections.